Oh, hey everyone, it's the Flying Pig here. We've just got underway in Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko. Just thought I'd do a little fight companion. If anybody out there wants to know what's going on, if they can't watch the fight or anything, get involved in the comments section, please do. Here we go, we're underway here. Klitschko with the early pressure, trying to work that jab. Joshua with a couple of nice jabs of his own there. And there you go, the first significant strike landed there by Anthony Joshua. Good left hook. Klitschko looks a bit wary now, and Joshua comes in. And they're hugging it out at the moment. But yeah, good start to this. Nobody's, no feeling out time in this one. They're straight at it. 45 seconds gone in the first round. And this is looking good for Anthony Joshua at the moment. The longer this goes on, probably the worse it is for Anthony Joshua. Simply because of Klitschko's experience, and you know he's been there and done that. Anthony Joshua pretty much goes out there and KOs people early on. Very rarely goes any longer than a few rounds. You know, maybe Dillian White took him a bit further than usual, but other than that, he just goes out and starches people. So the longer it goes on, that will favour Vladimir Klitschko being the more experienced man. He's been in way more different situations in the ring than Anthony Joshua ever has been. So if Joshua is going to win this fight, I think he's going to do it in the first opening couple of rounds. But Klitschko's doing a good job here of just keeping his distance. He's trying to make Joshua come on to him. That's probably his best bet as well. We know how good he is, you know, sort of with his jab and countering people. That's what he wants. He wants people to come to him. Joshua with a right hook, big right hook, left jab. Klitschko's jabbing away. This is a good fight so far. Of course, I want Anthony Joshua to win, being a British man, and he is seems like a nice bloke. But Klitschko's an absolute legend of the sport, and he's just funny as, isn't he? He sounds like Borat. What's not to like? Fake news. Legend. But come on, Anthony Joshua, do it for GB or England. Forget GB. It's England, isn't it? Really? It's only GB in the Olympics. Whoever's joining me right now, thank you very much for tuning in. Please smash a like on this video. Hopefully the quality's decent. I'm trying to stream this. There's all sorts of devices connected to this internet at the moment. So, you know, I'll try and keep you up to date with what's going on. They're hugging it out at the moment. It's been a decent first round. Both just trying to find the path to righteousness right now. They're both feeling each other out. Joshua with a big left jab, tries with an overhand right, but Klitschko's not there to be found. Klitschko looks so sharp in this fight. He really does. He's moving in and out of range really quickly and sharply. And look at the physical shape that he's in. You know, he's always been in shape, but for this fight, he really looks in shape. That's the end of the first round. You know, I couldn't really score that round. I think that was a very even round. Maybe just give it to Joshua. He landed a couple more shots, but both fighters relatively happy with the first one. Like I say, the longer this goes on, the longer it favours Vladimir. So, yeah, Joshua breathing pretty heavy in the corner there. I must say, leading up to this fight, I was a little bit surprised just in the press conference, etc., how calm and confident and chilled out Vladimir Klitschko was, and how nervous Anthony Joshua looked, you know. I guess he's not really been on that stage to this magnitude, whereas Klitschko's been there and done that. Even in the weigh-ins, I thought, you know, Klitschko looks like he's in the best shape out of the two guys, even at 41 years of age. So this is such an interesting fight. We've got the old, experienced lion versus the hungry young lion. Who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be youth or is it going to be experience? For me, really, the only things that Anthony Joshua has on Klitschko is maybe a bit of speed, although Klitschko's still very quick, and also youth. Other than that, oh, big right hand from Vladimir Klitschko landed on Anthony Joshua early in this second round. And Vladimir Klitschko looking to follow it up with a couple of jabs. That's definitely given Joshua a bit of a warning there. He's coming out, he's looking like he's throwing some heavy bombs now. He's trying to land a big one back. That definitely shook up Anthony Joshua there, that big right hand from Vladimir. Yeah, Anthony Joshua, he's doing a good job here. He's staying on the outside. Surprisingly, I thought it'd be the other way around, but Klitschko's controlling the centre of the ring here. And he's sort of pressuring Joshua, but it's almost like a fake pressure. He's trying to make Joshua come forward. He's coming in and out of range. He's trying to make Joshua commit. God, he looks looking so quick, old Vladimir. His head is bobbing and weaving like you wouldn't believe right now. Wherever you are in the world, please get commenting. Let me know where you're watching from. Who's your money on in this one? Do you think that Vladimir Klitschko can get the job done and get the upset? So far in this fight, it's looking a very even contest. What you have to say is Anthony Joshua has never fought anyone the caliber of Vladimir Klitschko. He's pretty much dominated the heavyweight division for the last 10 years. Okay, lost that one to Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury is a big, awkward fighter. He really is. He's got great footwork for a man his size. He's going to be a nightmare for anybody, Tyson Fury. He's just a big, awkward bloke, isn't he? But Vladimir in this one, I mean, these two just look like absolute gladiators in there. Look at them, they're ripped to shit. Both of these blokes. These are proper blokes, by the way. You know, these are men. None of these blokes on The Only Wears Essex or any rubbish like that. It's all about these guys. These are men. But anyway, there's a minute left in the second round here. I'd probably have to give this round to Klitschko so far. He's landed a couple of jabs and one significant big right hand so far. So Arsenal FC commenting, he's watching in Denmark. Thank you very much for tuning in all the way over there. And A. Naktrag, he's watching in South Africa. Legend. I bet you're a diamond. You're a diamond, pal. That's my South African accent there. But here we go. Come on. Come on, Anthony Joshua. Can AJ do it? Can he live up to the hype? 2 gold medalists at the Olympics in the heavyweight division right here competing in Wembley in front of 90,000 fans. This is the biggest event in boxing for a couple of years, and definitely in the heavyweight division anyway. It's probably one of the only fights that's really whet my appetite since Pacquiao and Mayweather, and this is already way better than that. Anthony Joshua with a little bit of a shimmy and a jab there, and that's the end of the second round. I cannot show the show. People saying show the show. I'm not going to get taken off YouTube. For you, pal. For you, Cortez 13. You're just going to have to listen to me or go find it somewhere else. I'm sure it's somewhere else. But clearly, this is not a live stream of the actual fight. This is clearly me giving my reaction and something of a companion to you guys right now for the fight here. So thank you very much for joining me. I will keep you up to date with what's going on and what's happening. Anthony Joshua almost landed a very big right hand in that round. He did land it actually in the replay, I can see, but it was lighter than he would have liked. But Klitschko landed a big one early on in that second round. So far, I'd maybe give the first round to Anthony Joshua and the second round to Vladimir Klitschko. But, you know, very tight fight here. Who knows what's going to happen? As I said, I think if Joshua's going to do it, he's going to do it in the first 3 or 4, 5 rounds. And if Klitschko's going to win, he may win on points, or he may win later on as he takes it to those depths in the fight that Anthony Joshua has never been to. Because if he takes in there into deep water, who knows how Anthony Joshua is going to react? Not even he knows. He's only spent a couple of hours actually in the ring as a professional boxer, because he just goes in there and starches people early on. So here we go, round 3, 2 minutes 35 seconds on the clock. Tentative start to this round. Anthony Joshua tries to land a left jab. Vladimir Klitschko backing away. He's doing such a fantastic job of just getting away from Anthony Joshua at the moment, because Joshua's got so much power and he's so quick. But Klitschko looks every bit as quick as Joshua right now in this fight, I must say. Jab in there from Klitschko, and Joshua sort of lands an uppercut there. It's rocked Vladimir Klitschko slightly, but he's held his composure well. Joshua almost with a big left hand. And yeah, this is a good bit of pressure by Anthony Joshua here. The referee splits them up. Just over a minute gone in the round. Big shot he took there, Vladimir Klitschko. He's got a chin on him. That's what you have to say as well. Apart from losing to Tyson Fury on points in a really shit boxing match, he's not really been beaten for about 10 years. So don't rule out Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, I did not have a bet on this fight, but if I was going to have a bet on it, I would have bet on Vladimir Klitschko just to win outright, because you get something like 10-4 on him, and Joshua's a big favourite. So yeah, there could be an upset on the cards here. We're in the third round. Joshua's looking the more tired out of the two, I would say, but they're both in ridiculous physical condition. I mean, I'd literally be passed out on the floor right now. I'd be foaming at the mouth already. You know, not from being punched in the face either, just from like a cardio nightmare. You know what I mean? But these two are just looking in phenomenal shape. Big left hook from Joshua is blocked by the glove of Vladimir. Oh, Joshua with a left jab and then a right overhand to follow it up. Vladimir Klitschko though moves out the way, nobody home. Here comes Anthony Joshua again. Two left jabs in quick succession. One of them lands flush on the chin, but Vladimir out of there. Quicker than Speedy Gonzalez. He's looking really, really sharp tonight, Vladimir Klitschko. Already looks way better than he did in the Tyson Fury fight. But as I was saying, Tyson Fury's just such a big, awkward Frankenstein of a man. You know, so it's very difficult to deal with somebody with the limbs the size of Tyson. Good left by Anthony Joshua. Made Klitschko shut his eyes for a moment there. He's looking very, very confident, Anthony Joshua, still. I think he has realised just what a challenge Vladimir Klitschko is going to be in this fight. I very much see this going all the distance. I do. Based on these first couple of rounds, Klitschko's nowhere to be seen when Joshua's trying to land those big shots. And that's the end of the round. Both the lads go back to the corners. Good fight so far. Really good fight. Couple of big shots landed in that round. So first round to Anthony Joshua, second round to Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, it's really tough to I'd probably say Anthony Joshua landed the most shots. He landed a good couple of jabs in the third round. So far, I reckon Anthony Joshua is just about shading this tie at the moment. If you're joining me, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll try to keep you up to date with what's going on in this fight. Give you my live reaction. I'm hoping something crazy is going to happen. But smash a like on this video if you're joining me. And Anthony Evelyn, Arsenal FC, Halam, you're a bunch of legends. Thanks for tuning in here. Wembley Stadium looking absolutely majestic tonight. What a facility that is. Perfect for this sort of big boxing event. Biggest event in British boxing for a long, long time. In Britain anyway. Oh, big right hand early on in round 4 by Vladimir Klitschko. Another one. He's hit him again and another big left. Vladimir Klitschko with some early pressure on in this fourth round. Joshua's ducking and weaving. He's trying to get out of there. Klitschko throws him around and the referee splits them up. Oh, do you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua can be hit. He has been hit. We've seen that in some of his previous fights, even against the likes of Brazil, who was absolutely shit, and Dillian White, who's actually underrated. He caught him a good couple of times and rocked Anthony Joshua. Klitschko's done that a few times already. And this is the difference at the top level. Anthony Joshua is no doubt a top-level boxer, but I tell you what, for the last 10 years, Vladimir Klitschko has been numero uno. So he's finding out very quickly here that he's in a fight. And Anthony Joshua comes back. He's got a big right hand of his own to give the Ukrainian ex-champion there. And he eats it for breakfast. Here comes Joshua again. Yeah, Vladimir Klitschko doing a really good job of just keeping that pressure on Joshua. He's keeping the pressure. He's controlling the centre of the ring at the moment. Another jab landed to the face of Anthony Joshua. And Klitschko goes in for a big right, but they're hugging it out now. The referee splits them up. Joshua's looking more tired so far, I would say. Maybe conditioning will come into this. I would have said that would have favoured the younger man, but based on it so far, Klitschko's looking very good. He's in absolute ridiculous shape for this fight. So the longer it goes on, maybe that will favour Klitschko in the end. Skull13 says 27 years of age versus 41 years of age. If Klitschko wins, he is a true legend. No doubt about it. And this is what it's about. Youth versus experience. But look at Vladimir Klitschko. He doesn't really look like a 41-year-old man. He looks like a 30-year-old gladiator is what he looks like. The guy's an absolute specimen. You know, oh, big right by Joshua, and Klitschko eats it again. This time for 11s after breakfast. And Klitschko, maybe he did feel that one. He slowed down somewhat here, but Joshua trying to find that big punch, but he can't do it because Klitschko's just nowhere to be seen. When he comes in, Klitschko's moving away from him. He's really doing a great job of that. Gary G asked me, did you back anyone? No, I didn't actually. I didn't want to touch this fight with a barge pole, but I probably should have done. I think Klitschko, the longer it goes on, could win. He was about 9 or 10-4 earlier on today, and I was thinking, God, that's a really good bet. And it is. The longer I watch this fight, the longer I think that's a really good bet. Not ruling out Joshua. He is doing tremendous as well. He just landed a big left hook of his own. And another nice jab by Anthony Joshua coming into the end of this round. And that's it. The bell goes, end of the 4th round. Really competitive fight we've got here between Britain's hope and Ukraine / Russia / Germany's, love child or whatever he is. Pranav Chowdhury asks, is Joshua getting tired? They're both throwing a lot of volume out there, and they're moving around, like a couple of chipmunks possessed right now. They really are. The footwork is insane. So I would say they're both feeling it. I think Joshua's looking more tired. And in that round, Klitschko landed a big right hand. But Joshua ate it like a champ, to be fair. A really good punch, though, from Vladimir Klitschko. He means business. He really does mean business in this one. Such a good punch there by Vladimir Klitschko. Straight right to the chops. And but Anthony Joshua just grinned and took it, quite frankly. And so far, they both landed shots on each other. Some looking pretty big and packing some power, and they've both taken them. So it goes to show you they've both got a chin on them, which makes me think that maybe this fight will go on to the latter rounds. And here comes Anthony Joshua out early in the 5th round. He's landed a barrage. It's a barrage on Vladimir Klitschko here, and he's got him some dirty boxing going on here, and he's twatting Vladimir Klitschko right up now. Couple of rabbit punches there as well. He really did just give Vladimir a bit of a beating, and he's landed a big left, big right, big left, big right. Vladimir Klitschko's down. He's down on the canvas. Vladimir's down. I don't know if he fell down there, if he was dragged down by Anthony, but he just got put down on the freaking canvas there by Anthony Joshua. Wow, what a bit of boxing there by Joshua. The speed was unbelievable in that flurry. What a combination. Left, right. Absolutely penetrating Vladimir Klitschko's defences. And I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to get inside. Because Klitschko's keeping his range. He's a range fighter. He's keeping fire out. He knows to use that time and that distance really well. Joshua, so far, has had the most joy when he's got inside Vladimir Klitschko. Real close up. And he's just making it a dirty boxing match. That is the best way for Joshua to get the win here. We've just seen that early in the 5th round. But Vladimir Klitschko, he's still in this. He may be cut above the left eye. It looks like he's cut above the left eye here. Really good barrage that was from Anthony Joshua. Oh, and Anthony Joshua still looking for a big right hand. But I must say, that flurry looks like it's taken just as much out of Joshua as it did Klitschko. If anything, Joshua's looking knackered. He's expelled a lot of energy with that flurry of punches, and he almost put Vladimir away, but not quite. Vladimir's come back. He's seasoned. He's got a chin on him. And now Joshua's the one who's having to dodge all the punches because he's knackered. Oh, big right hand by Klitschko landed, and then Anthony Joshua with a big left of his own. And wow, Klitschko with a big uppercut, big right hand uppercut, and Joshua's out on his feet almost. What's going on here? This is a crazy fight. The balance has gone the other way now. Joshua's looking absolutely knackered. He's just eating a big uppercut. He's on the ropes. Vladimir Klitschko, he's looking to do some damage. Punch after punch after punch coming in from Vladimir. He's landed a big right hand. How is Joshua taking this punishment? And they're both clinched up at the moment here. They are clinched up at the moment. This is a brilliant back and forth battle so far. We've not seen a fight like this for a while. This is a brilliant fight. This is a barn burner. This is like Derek Chisora versus Dillian White, except they're both elite level, you know. It's quite an unbelievable spectacle so far. Oh! Wowzers. Klitschko, he's got Anthony Joshua up against the ropes and he's unleashing some more punches. Joshua tries to fight back and they break for a little bit of a breather here. Klitschko really trying to finish Joshua in that round, and that's the end of the round. That round was definitely Klitschko's. He did all sorts of damage to Joshua there. Joshua did win the first half of the round. That was the crazy thing about it. It was a really good barrage from Joshua early on. He had Vladimir Klitschko wobbled and Vladimir Klitschko retreating, but then Klitschko just completely turned the tables on him and landed a couple of big shots of his own, and Anthony Joshua pretty much expelled his energy in that barrage early on. And that allowed Klitschko to shake it off. And also looks like he's the more sort of physically conditioned out of the two fighters based on what I'm seeing so far. And he almost put Joshua away at the end of that round. This is an unreal fight, lads and lasses. What a fight. Yeah. A-Natrak says Klitschko is dangerous. Of course he's dangerous. He's the man who's been dominating this division for 10 years. I mean, I'm not even sure if Anthony Joshua was even alive when Vladimir Klitschko started boxing, took up boxing. That would make him, what, 14? I don't know what age he started, but round about then. So it goes to show you the experience that he's got on him. The longer this goes on, the more character AJ is going to have to show. He's not really been this far. Certainly not against somebody of this caliber. So the longer it goes on, the longer I see, the more likely I see Klitschko taking the victory. Here we go, 6th round, 2 minutes 38 on the clock. Joshua still looking very tired. Klitschko looking quite sprightly still. And he misses with a big left hook. He's got Anthony Joshua in a headlock now. Oh. And the referee splits them apart, tells them to go back to the corners. Gary G asks, how did Fury win? I must say, I think maybe Vladimir Klitschko didn't take him as seriously as he perhaps should. But also, he's a very big, awkward human being, as I was saying earlier on. He's just a complete freak, really. You know, I like him. He's funny. But he's a freak, man. He's a big, awkward-bodied human being. He's got great footwork. He can fight southpaw. He can fight whatever way he wants. He can just fight ultimate Jippo as well. You know, that gives him a real edge. He's just a hard bastard. And Vladimir Klitschko wasn't prepared to do it. He couldn't deal with what Tyson Fury was offering, which wasn't too much, but just too awkward. Oh, Vladimir Klitschko's put Anthony Joshua down on the ground with a huge blow there. Huge blow. And Anthony Joshua takes a knee. He gets back up, but that was a legitimate knockdown. Real power in that punch. Anthony Joshua down on the canvas like a sack of potatoes there. And the referee allows him to continue here. Can Klitschko finish this off? Come on, Anthony Joshua. Get back into this. 6th round, 1 minute, 27 seconds gone. A huge, huge punch by Vladimir Klitschko to send Anthony Joshua to the canvas. And Joshua's nowhere. He's just trying to punch the referee. He's just rabbit punched the referee. And now they're back at it. Anthony Joshua looks almost out on his feet. He's going to have to weather the storm here. And this is what I was talking about character. He's going to have to weather the storm. He's not been in this situation when there's somebody like Vladimir staring down at him, unleashing these big, heavy bombs. He's got the experience. He's got the timing, the range, everything. He's a great boxer, Vladimir. And he's proven that now against what everybody thought was the next killer in this division. Well, guess what? He's given him a run for his money right now. And so far, for me, he's winning the rounds. He's looking more likely to put the other one away. He's damaged him the most. And Anthony Joshua falling all over the place right now. Klitschko's just bullied him into the corner there. Almost El Matadored him. This is a crazy fight, though. Really great fight so far. Jab landed there by Vladimir Klitschko. Maybe Anthony Joshua just a little bit overwrought with the occasion here. There's so much more pressure on Joshua than there is on Klitschko. Klitschko's coming back in. He's the older man. If he lost in the first round to a big young beast like Joshua, it wouldn't really be a disgrace. Whereas Joshua's got a whole nation on his shoulders here. And he's also got a lot to live up to. This is the first major fight against top-level opposition that he's got. Don't give me Charles Martin, Dominic Breazeale. You know, Dillian White's good, but he's more British level rather than... or European level rather than world level. He's not fought anybody as good as Klitschko, and we're seeing that now. He's really struggling to deal with him. Wow, what a huge right hand that was. A huge right hand. Just showing the replay now. Klitschko smash right in the sort of forehead and the nose, and Joshua wobbles and flops around and falls down on the ground there. It was absolutely insane. What a punch that was. But what a chin Joshua's got to even get back up from that. That would pretty much put a horse away. Do you know what I mean? That would put a mule down. But Anthony Joshua put him down, but he got back up again, you know. That was some great heart shown by him because, you know, many a men would have not got back up from that. So I think Joshua's still in this fight. Very much still in this fight, but Vladimir Klitschko looking the more likely to do it at the moment, just based on the damage caused so far. Klitschko's got a big swelling above his eye there from a barrage earlier and from Anthony Joshua. Here we go, though. The 7th round is now underway. The judges have it so far scored in favour of Anthony Joshua, actually. So, you know, my judging of the fight, perhaps not the same as the, not the judges, but the commentators on Sky, sorry. What their scorecards are. They're favouring Anthony Joshua. Of course, that last round was definitely Klitschko's, and he's done some serious damage. But Joshua's still in this one. Klitschko's coming forward with these big left jabs, and he's landing some of them. Joshua's doing a reasonably good job getting out of the way of them. He's trying to come back into it with a couple of jabs of his own. Such a legend, Vladimir Klitschko, though. He really is. People say he's a boring fighter and he's, you know, just numbed the heavyweight division for the last 10 years. Well, I disagree. You know, look at this performance right now. Look at this performance. Look at the skills he's got, the movement he has, the timing he's got. He's every bit the match for Anthony Joshua right now. Joshua is finding that out the hard way as he eats another left jab. Oh! Well, I'm glad this has turned into a decent sort of a match and a stream, and I'm not just sat here going, yeah, they're sort of dancing around at the moment, doing nothing. They're really both going for it. Even now in the 7th round, we're going to see who's got the best conditioning. We're going to see when fitness comes into it. I think it's already come into it because Vladimir's looking way more sharp and quicker and less knackered than Anthony Joshua is. Anthony Joshua's looking absolutely shagged out right now. And he goes in for a clinch as well to further demonstrate that. What a fight we've got on our hands here. What a fight indeed. Come on, AJ. Do it for England, pal. But that's the thing. Vladimir's such a great boxer and, you know, nice bloke. He is just an educated, nice human being. I wouldn't really, you know, begrudge him a victory here in that sense. Of course, I want AJ to win. He's English. I like him. But Klitschko's such a legend of the sport. And this would really just... What would this do? I mean, after everything, losing to Tyson Fury... Coming back in here to fight this young beast that everybody says is going to be the next Mike Tyson, effectively. And beating him at Wembley would just be a completely legendary thing, wouldn't it? It really would. Jack in the box has just won 50 quid. Nice one, pal. Must have had it to go 6 rounds or 7 rounds or something. So, yeah, Anthony Joshua's been knocked down in this fight already, as has Klitschko. The Anthony Joshua knockdown was way more brutal. Real big, powerful right hand. And we're coming up to the end of the 7th round here. This is the most uneventful round of the fight so far. Both just recuperating a little bit, feeling each other out a little bit, seeing where each other's at physically and mentally. And that was a quiet round. Hard to score that round. Both just landed a few light jabs here and there. And both looking pretty tired. But I must say, Vladimir looking the sharper and the fresher of the two at the moment. The unambiguous says Rocky Balboa would knock both of them the fuck out. I totally agree with you, pal. I should have put my Rocky robe on for this. I've got me boxing gloves here. I've actually got a Rocky robe. Why the fuck am I not wearing that right now? But, you know, so far, if you're just tuning in, it really is a great fight between Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko here at Wembley Stadium. Unbelievable fight, in fact. Back and forth, both of them being knocked down, some huge power shots landed. Joshua showing a lot of character to get back up off the canvas after that and get back into this fight. So far, it's anybody's game. Klitschko may be shading it in terms of just looking more likely to make something happen. We're just at the start of round 8 now. Joshua's coming out with a couple of distance-finding jabs there. He's looking to use that jab and load up that big right hand. Vladimir Klitschko tries to get a combination away, and Anthony Joshua clinches him up, hugs him over, and the referee splits him up. Joshua, really great left jab there. But yeah, what an unbelievable specimen Vladimir Klitschko is. I mean, they don't make him like that, do they, in many places? East European or Russian, Ukrainian, whatever you want to call him, I don't really know. But that sort of bloke, they're just a different breed of human being, aren't they? They really are. They're like some like Eskimo / Mongolian type lunatic, you know, just hard as nails. He is just pure hard as nails. He's a crazy Russian, and he's as hard as the frickin' hammer and the sickle that crosses it in the Russian flag. Holy shit, we've got a lot of people in this live stream tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. We're currently in round 8. There's 1 minute 38 left on the clock in this round. A very even fight, back and forth fight so far. It's been a really entertaining affair, and hopefully Joshua can just find a bit of gas left in the engine here, because he's looking tired. Klitschko's looking more conditioned. He's looking fresher. He's coming forward with those jabs. He's done a really good job of keeping his distance and just picking Anthony Joshua apart tonight. And Joshua's had a lot more joy when he's been on the inside of Vladimir Klitschko, which he seems reluctant to do. He just can't get near him. You cannot get past Dr. Steelhammer's jab. You just can't do it. And he's showing that tonight. Maybe Tyson Fury can, because he's just, you know, like Frankenstein's monster. But not Anthony Joshua, and we all know how good Anthony Joshua is. So this just goes to show you what a boxer Vladimir is. I think this may be, if he wins this tonight against Anthony Joshua, this will be his crowning achievement, in my opinion, after an unbelievably storied career. This would be the biggest of them all, just from the fact that he's 41 years of age, coming back after that big defeat on his record there, huge defeat. Can he come back and do it? Even if he loses this, he's proved everybody that he's still right at the top in terms of talent in the heavyweight division. So, you know, what a legend of the sport. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. May the best fighter win. And I think based on the fight so far, it's going to take something pretty special to make this end before the final bell, because I think this has got decision written all over it. And so far, I don't know who it's going to. The commentators on Sky had it scored slightly in favour of Joshua in the last round, but I would have given it to Vladimir just about. And that's the end of the round. End of the round. So 8 rounds down. Nothing to separate them, really. The last couple of rounds, the least eventful of them all. The first few rounds, unbelievable. Heavy exchanges. Lots of combinations landed. Joshua's gone down. Klitschko's gone down. They've both got back up and showed some unbelievable heart. Klitschko really landed the bomb of the fight so far. A real big right hand landed on him. And Hayden Christensen looks on. And we're all looking on at Hayden too. You know what I'm saying? But she's looking at her partner, boyfriend, husband, whatever he is, don't really know, in there, shining like a star right now, because he's up against the future of heavyweight boxing, and he is giving him a boxing clinic at the moment, pretty much. Oh. If you're tuning in here, thank you very much. Chuck a like on it. And make sure you subscribe, actually, for upcoming live streams, sports streams, football streams, boxing streams, MMA streams. Shit, even rivers and streams like that. Right, come on, round 9 underway. Vladimir Klitschko with a big right hand to start it off with, and Joshua comes back with a little flurry. It's another clinch up, and the referee splits them apart. Yeah, you've got to remember as well that Vladimir Klitschko hasn't had a fight for about a year and a half after that loss against Tyson Fury. He was meant to have a rematch with Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury had to pull out of it based on the fact that he was deranged or something like that, or depressed. Sorry, he was depressed. He had to withdraw from the event and effectively lose his titles. So Vladimir Klitschko hasn't actually had a fight for a while. Would ring rust play a part in this? Everyone was wondering, would he be able to come back after such a layoff and put up a good performance against such a sharp fighter as Anthony Joshua? And so far, he's proven everybody wrong. He really has come out there and looked like an absolute animal so far. And they're clinching up. 2 minutes left on the clock in the 9th round. Wish I'd put a bet on Klitschko now. I almost did. I so almost did. The odds were unbelievable as well. Oh. 1 minute 38 seconds gone. The last few rounds have been a little bit tentative. I think maybe both fighters just saving up their energy. Making sure they can at least get to the end of this fight, because they both expelled a lot of energy in those couple of rounds with the big exchanges, and especially Joshua looking very tired, but Klitschko's still bobbing and moving around like a very young man right now. It's unreal. How fit is this bloke? Has he been taking some sort of stuff? I don't know. I mean, how do you get this fit, this sharp, this conditioned at 41 years of age? I guess it's just because he's he's like a Ukrainian Russian beast, and they're built differently, you know? Oh. Skull13 says, I want Klitschko to win. I do want Anthony Joshua to win because he's British, but then if Klitschko wins, he deserves to win, because so far he's put on a really good display against Joshua. Most people had Joshua winning this fight in the first few rounds by a brutal, vicious knockout. Well, I'll tell you what, the biggest shot of this fight so far, which put Anthony Joshua on his ass, was landed by Vladimir Klitschko. He has got some power in that hand of his. They don't call him Dr. Steelhammer for nothing, you know? They don't. So, it's going to be tough for Joshua to get back into this now. I think last couple of rounds it's been very close, but for me, Klitschko's winning on points now. He must be winning on points. I'd be interested to see the commentators' scorecards. We're coming up to the end of the 9th round here. There's just 12 seconds left. Klitschko with a big left hand, and Joshua hugs him out. It looks like we're going to get to the final bell here of the 9th round, and we are going to see the last few rounds. And that's the end of the round. So at the end of the 9th round, we've got 3 more rounds in this fight now. Do you think it's going to go the distance? I think it's a very real possibility. That would have been a really good bet, actually. Either one of those to win by decision would have been a really good bet beforehand. If you got that one, then fair play to you. Vladimir Klitschko to win by decision would have been a great freaking bet before this fight started. So if you're one of those clever people that put that bet on, then fair play to you. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis looking on here in the crowd. It's a star-studded cast here looking on, watching this. All the ex-legendary boxing legends of the sport sat around. And Carl Froch too. See what I did there. But yeah, really interested to see what happens in these last few rounds. Can they make it as good as a spectacle as it was in the first few rounds? Are they both looking for a KO? Do they have it in them to knock one of the other ones out? It's got decision written all over this, but this is what it's all about. This is where they need to show the desire, the heart, the determination, and make something happen. Round 10, we're underway. 2 minutes, 49 seconds on the clock. What's going to happen? This is just so tense. It's unreal. What a fight. What a fight. And this is great for Anthony Joshua. You know, the experience he's going to get from this. He won't come up against as skilled an opponent as Vladimir Klitschko for a very, very long time. He just won't. And after Vladimir Klitschko retires, Joshua, AJ's probably going to be the next Klitschko in terms of dominance. Although it'll be really interesting to see how he can cope with somebody like Fury, who, as I said, is just so awkward. He's a tough fight for anybody. So who knows if he could get past him after this one, which looks like that could be the potential next opponent for Anthony. And they're hugging it out here. 2 minutes on the clock in the 10th round, if you're joining me. Really good spectacle. The last few rounds have been quite tentative by both fighters. I think they're just saving the energy for the last couple of rounds. I think what we're going to see is a couple of rounds like this, and then the last round's going to be an insane flurry. Anthony Joshua with a big left and a big overhand right there, but Klitschko just eats it for lunch. He eats it for lunch. He doesn't care. He'll eat these shots all day long. We saw Anthony Joshua take a big right hand from Klitschko earlier on in this fight, which put him down and wobbled him. But he got right back up from that. And that shows a lot of heart, a lot of character, and such a chin on him to just be so sort of mentally sound as he is right now after receiving that good bit of punishment early on. But here we go. Klitschko swings and he misses. They're hugging it out again. The crowd are getting behind Anthony Joshua, as you would expect here, but perhaps an upset is on the cards here at Wembley. Klitschko is looking amazing. You have to say, he's pretty much looked the best I've seen him, and at 41 years of age, unreal. I mean, I was watching a knockouts video earlier, all of Vladimir Klitschko's knockouts in his career. And the guy's just completely dominated the heavyweight division for about 10 years or something. You know, he knocking people out left, right and centre. Any challenger. He lost to Tyson Fury. He's had 18 months out, and he's coming back here to Wembley Arena and pretty much putting on a sort of lecture or a lesson for Anthony Joshua here. This is great learning experience for Joshua, and just for him to be still in this fight and coming forward shows what character and heart he's got. 2 Olympic gold medalists going up against each other here. This is just an amazing event for boxing, really. I'm more about the MMA these days, to be honest with you, but every now and then there's a boxing fight that really whets my appetite, and this is one of them. Of course, the Bellew and Hay fight had my interest. The Chisora Dillian White fight was great too. So we've had some good fights in Britain recently, but this one tops a lot of them. Great round there for Anthony Joshua. I think he's taken that one. It's the end of the round, end of the 10th round. 2 more rounds, 6 minutes left for one of those guys to show what they're made of. Can they do it? Can they separate themselves from the other here in this fight? Conditioning did play a factor. I think now they're both in a similar sort of position. They're conserving energy. They're looking to try and win these last couple of rounds on points. It's effectively turned into an Olympic amateur boxing match at the moment. both trying to conserve energy whilst land the shots and get the points. Don't really know who's won the last few rounds. That's the thing. It's so even. I'd say Joshua won that one just based on the volume he landed. Klitschko had a bit of a breather in that round. But there's only 2 rounds left. One of these guys is going to come out guns blazing in this round. I can just see it. There's only 2 rounds left. Neither of them know who's winning so far on the scorecards. Nobody knows. It's so close. It is really close. So they've got to do something special. Here we go. 11th round underway. Joshua comes out, lands a big right hand on Vladimir Klitschko. And another left jab. Klitschko looks wobbled. He looks wobbled. Klitschko goes for the clinch. They separate again here. Joshua's looking for the finish here. He comes in. Left hand, right, overhand. And Joshua's stalking Vladimir Klitschko down here early in the 11th round. Oh, big overhand right. Just misses Vladimir Klitschko's face. His Ukrainian face still intact. Thankfully, that was just a whisker wide. But there you go again. After Anthony Joshua's just had that barrage, that early flurry, he looks like he's expelled his energy here. He's looking knackered now, whereas Klitschko's still moving around like the younger man he is. And here we go, Joshua again with another onslaught. Oh, big left hook landed by Joshua and they clinch up. 2 minutes left on the clock in the 11th round here. What a fight this is. Come on, AJ. Show what you're made of, pal. Klitschko almost lands a big right. Oh, Joshua lands a big right uppercut. No, he's going in for the kill here. He's flying. He's put Klitschko down on the canvas. Left, right, left, and Klitschko eats the mat. Klitschko eats the mat here. 1 minute 35 in the 11th round. He's back to his feet already. This guy is as hard as the freaking hammer and sickle on the Russian flag. That's from Snatch. I'm seeing it. But, you know, he's so hard. He got up. He looked. Oh, and Joshua's landed a big right straight. Joshua, big left, big right, big left, big right, uppercut, big left. Klitschko's down on the ground. He eats the mat again. What a combination there by Anthony Joshua. But Klitschko's back to his feet. 6, 7, 8, 9. He continues. He's fine to continue. Joshua back to his corner here. What an unbelievable fight here, lads and lasses. Unbelievable. I hope you're watching this. If not, I'll keep you up to date with what happens. The referee allows the fight to continue now. Vladimir Klitschko dodges a big, heavy left hook from Joshua. And now Vladimir Klitschko, he's backed up into the corner. And Anthony Joshua's unloading on Klitschko. And the referee's waved off the fight there. Surely an early stoppage. This is Vladimir Klitschko we're talking about. But anyway, Anthony Joshua's won the fight there. It's been stopped in the 11th round. Stopped in the 11th round. I mean, fair play, 41 years of age, taking a lot of punishment there. But I personally thought Klitschko could have continued in that round. And if he would have been put down another time by Anthony Joshua, that would have been the end of the round anyway, because it would have been 3 knockdowns in the same round. So why would the referee stop it there? I don't know. I think that's an early stoppage. You're talking about Klitschko here. He's hard as fuck. He's Russian. He's been there. He's done that. He's eaten shots for breakfast, lunch, and dinner so far in this fight. I think it was a bit of an early stoppage. But come on, Anthony Joshua, heavyweight champion of the world. 2 divisions now, or 2 governing bodies, rather. 2 champions, 2 belts, I mean. He's got 2 belts in the heavyweight division now. He's got half of the pie. Sets up a real interesting fight with maybe Tyson Fury, maybe Deontay Wilder. But the end of the fight has just come up on us. Anthony Joshua wins by brutal stoppage of Vladimir Klitschko. He's knocked him down twice there. Really great barrage. Really great fight in general. Before that, Klitschko was probably edging it for me. And Anthony Joshua, in that round, just went for it. He's bit down on his mouth guard. And he's absolutely gone all guns blazing, swinging round the houses. And he's put Vladimir Klitschko down twice. Vladimir Klitschko got up the second time and looked very dazed, very rocked. The first time around, he just ate the shot and got up fine. But the second time around, he got up, he looked wobbled. The ref let him continue. But then Joshua did pile on the pressure, pile on the combination punches, had Vladimir Klitschko backed up in the corner, and perhaps would have put him down again. I think maybe a slightly early stoppage from the referee, but, safety's of paramount importance here, of course, and he'd already eaten a heck of a load of shots. But let's take a look at some of the replays here. It's the big right uppercut from Anthony Joshua that does the damage there. And he's really landed a big one to just completely daze Klitschko, and then allows Joshua to get the barrage underway. Hits him with a big right uppercut, and then there's a big left, big right, big left, big right, big left, big right. And he's down for the first time in that round, but he got up okay from that one. So Joshua landed a 6 or 7 punch combination there to take down Vladimir Klitschko. After a big meaty right uppercut, right out the very top drawer from Anthony. And then the second time around, Klitschko looking dazed on his feet a little bit, still trying to move, still trying to bob and weave. But Joshua comes in landing bombs, big heavy London-based bombs. You know, none of this freaking South Korean nonsense that doesn't even blow up where it should. We're talking about big heavy British bombs here, accurate. And landed it right on Vladimir Klitschko's Russian/Ukrainian chin. And put him down for a second time. It's a big left in the end after another barrage combination punches from Anthony Joshua. Another big left hook to put Vladimir Klitschko down for the second time. And he's got up on his feet again, showing what heart and determination and spirit and a chin that he's got. This would have put down a fucking elephant. That barrage from Anthony Joshua would have put down a fucking elephant. But Klitschko got up for the second time, but then he was out on his feet really, and the referee allowed it to continue because Klitschko's Klitschko, but Joshua piled on the pressure, put him away in the corner, and just unloaded shot after shot after shot after shot on him. So, unbelievable fight, Anthony Joshua. We have a champion in England from London, already the champion anyway, but he's defended that crown here. It sets up an all-English, all-British clash between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury if he can lay off the pies and sort his freaking life out and come back into it. He's going to give Joshua a heck of a fight, I tell you, because he's so awkward. And we saw what Klitschko's just done to Joshua here. Took him every step of the way there, and it's taken an unbelievable series of combination punches there to put him away in the 11th round. We've seen what he can do against Joshua, and we saw what he could not do against Tyson Fury. So that's really interesting. What's going to happen with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua? If that one comes around, I'm having another bet on Tyson Fury because he's just such an awkward bastard. But let's just talk about this fight for a second. The young lion coming up against the experienced lion, the man who's dominated the heavyweight division for the last decade. You know, he was basically boxing when Anthony Joshua was a twinkle in his daddy tie. You know, pretty much he was only a mere sperm in the nutsack at the time when Vladimir Klitschko took up boxing. So from two different generations of the sport, the man who's dominated the game and the man who will dominate the game. And they both showed what fighters they are, what character they have, what heart they have, how tough they both are. But Vladimir Klitschko, I'll tell you what, for 41 years of age, what an unbelievable performance he's just put up there. He very nearly put Anthony Joshua away there a couple of times. Very nearly did it. Couldn't quite do it. Vladimir Klitschko, in the end, had to succumb to those unbelievable punches from Anthony Joshua in the 11th round. A combination of huge heavy blows, 6-7 unanswered shots, down on the canvas twice, and the referee saved him from being put down for a third time as well, which would have ended the fight anyway. But I still think maybe a slightly early stoppage. If I'm Klitschko, after that fight, I'm thinking, oh, come on, ref, just let me have another pop, because it was such a back and forth fight. It really was. It was going for Joshua to begin with, then it went for Klitschko. You know, Klitschko landed that huge right hand on Joshua earlier on in the fight and put him down. He got back up, showed the heart and courage to continue. And here they go. That's what we want to see. Both these lads embraced there after putting on a brilliant spectacle in British boxing. Great fight. One of the best heavyweight fights I've seen for a while. That wasn't like David Haye versus Klitschko. It wasn't like Fury versus Klitschko where they're so tentative. There's like barely any punches thrown. That was both lads trying to knock each other the fuck out. And that's what you want to see in heavyweight boxing. But not only that, it showed the sweet science of the game. It showed the class. Klitschko had so much joy early on in that fight with his timing and his range and his distance. You know, he really did a great job of keeping Anthony Joshua far away from him and then sort of advancing on him and lulling Anthony Joshua into the fight, which was giving Klitschko a lot of joy. But in the end, Joshua showed that he had the most joy when he was inside Vladimir Klitschko, when he got right close to him and he's unleashing these big lefts and big right hooks right to Vladimir Klitschko's Ukrainian skull. And he's put him away there in the end. What an unbelievable fight. If you joined me for this live stream, thank you very much for tuning in. Just my reaction to what's been going on. And I hope I've kept you up to speed with what's been happening in this fight if you've not been able to watch it. But if you have watched it, you know, you've just been treated to an absolutely awesome heavyweight fight. They don't happen like that too often. The build-up, the spectacle, we knew it wasn't going to be one of those snooze fests with these two guys involved. So much to prove from both of them. The man coming back after a 18-month layoff and a loss against Fury. And then Joshua unbeaten, untested at this level, really coming in there, wanting to prove what he's got, win another division's or another organisation's title, and also just cement himself as the best heavyweight boxer in the world, which he is now. You have to say, I mean, I'd love to see a Vladimir Klitschko rematch with Anthony Joshua. Let's see the rematch. Forget about Tyson Fury, you know, he's going to have to go on a slim, fast diet for 6 months anyway to get anywhere near this title shot. So forget about Tyson Fury. I want to see the rematch here between Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. But I wouldn't be surprised if Vladimir Klitschko, during the post-match speech here, hangs up his gloves and retires. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I'm going to try and let you know what they're saying here, but obviously I'm trying to speak at the same time. But Joshua looks pretty happy. He's done the business tonight. Britain hasn't had a boxer as good as him for a very long time in the heavyweight division. Of course, we had David Hayes, pretty much a pumped-up cruiserweight, unbelievable cruiserweight. Very good heavyweight, but not on the level, I don't think, as what Anthony Joshua is going to achieve in this sport. Maybe not right now, but next couple of years, he's going to really show his domination in the heavyweight division. But yeah, and Anthony Joshua, the new face of heavyweight boxing, you have to say. Vladimir Klitschko's passed the torch on to him effectively in this fight. Klitschko showing what a warrior he is, what an unbelievable fighter he is, what a boxer he is. Showed all the heart in the world in that fight and showed all the technique and class of a real seasoned heavyweight boxer. The boxing performance he put on there was quite frankly unbelievable. Anthony Joshua goes over and grabs the hand of Klitschko, raises his hand. Show of respect there from Anthony Joshua. That's what we like to see. And both of these blokes, they're both intelligent lads. They're both well-spoken lads. And they're both not complete twats either. You know, they've got that respect. They're nice to people, nice to each other. They were nice to each other in the lead up to this fight. And now they're being nice to each other afterwards as well. There's no fakery. There's no bullshit here with these lads. They're both top blokes. And I would love to see a rematch between Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. I really would. Really would. Yeah, Maximo comments and says, hot damn. A real fight. I'm guessing you're American. But, yeah, hot damn. Hot diggity damn. A real fight. You're not wrong there, pal. It was an excellent fight. Barn burner of a heavyweight clash. And both fighters coming out of this with a heck of a lot of respect from everybody who watched it. A real unbelievable event. It lived up to the billing. It lived up to the expectation we were all expecting and hoping that this was going to be a real good heavyweight classic. Well, it was a heavyweight classic, which Anthony Joshua has just about managed to come out on top of. Unbelievable performance from him. You know, he was down and out earlier on in that fight, and he's picked himself up off of the canvas. He's brushed himself off, and he's managed to go on and beat Vladimir Klitschko, who is as hard as nails. Make no mistakes about it. This bloke is absolutely hard as nails. Oh, what a fight! What an unbelievable fight. And, you know, I must say, really excited to see what happens now in the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division's in such a brilliant position right now, especially for Britain, for England and Britain. We've got so many top heavyweights. You know, if you look at all the heavyweights in the world right now, it's only really Deontay Wilder who gets in the conversation at all. And that's only because he just fights, you know, hand-selected people, basically. You know, he's not really fought anybody that great. Possible talk about him fighting Tony Bellew, which in my opinion was probably the easiest fight that he could take out of, you know, Klitschko, Tyson or Joshua here. So it'd be interesting to see if Deontay Wilder has the balls to step up to the plate and fight either Bellew or Joshua here. But yeah, I think Joshua should perhaps fight Klitschko in a rematch next. And if not, then I'd like to see him come up against the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. What's he saying? Hang on, I'm just going to be silent for a second trying to listen to what Anthony Joshua's saying. He's just saying he wants to fight everyone and anyone, basically. Shouting out to Roy Jones Jr., the boxer of the 90s. And Evander Holyfield here. He's showing respect to all the boxing legends outside the ring watching on. And they're all showing respect and admiration to him as well. Apart from Lennox Lewis, who sort of looks like, you know, I'm not that impressed. But Lennox Lewis was an unbelievable beast as himself. But yeah, he's looking on. Everyone's looking on. We all know he's the new face of British boxing, heavyweight boxing around the world. He really is a star. Vladimir Klitschko gets a huge applause here. He's just stepped up onto the mic. It's like in Rocky 4 when Rocky goes to Russia and turns the crowd around. It's like that, except that he's lost and he's coming to England. But it's exactly like that. The crowd love him. Let's see what he says here. He said the best man won tonight. Amazing event for boxing. I'm not translating, by the way. He's speaking in English. He does sound like Borat, doesn't he? You can't not like this bloke. Jörg Shamersh. I have to say though, Vladimir Klitschko, what a warrior, what a man, what a fighter, what a legend of boxing. Thanking everybody for the support. Hey! Could be a rematch on the cards. Could be a rematch on the cards. He said he had it in the contract. So there could be another rematch on the go after this one between Vladimir and Anthony Joshua. And I, for one, would love to see that. Vladimir Klitschko's proved and shown in this fight here tonight that he is not down and out. He's not out of the mix, out of the conversation just yet. He very nearly won that fight tonight against Joshua. He showed that he's still right up there. And who knows what could happen in the next one. He is only aging. He's only going to diminish in his talents now. But still, on another night, that Vladimir Klitschko in that shape, you know, he could beat Anthony Joshua on another night. Who knows? Oh, Eddie Hearn, piss off, pal. You want to be Frank Lampard. I don't want to look at you, you smug bastard. Anyway, he's all right. But that Cheshire Cat grin, I just can't do with it. He's one of these only Wales Essex-looking tossers, you know. He's not a real bloke. But Joshua and Klitschko are. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for tuning into the live stream. I hope I've been informative, kept you up to date with what's been going on, or I've just been a decent companion for you to watch along with the fight. Anthony Joshua has lived up to the billing as the next future face of heavyweight boxing. He's taken out Vladimir Klitschko in the 11th round by referee stoppage after a barrage of punches and two previous knockdowns in that round. And he goes on to be crowned a new organisation's heavyweight champion. He holds 2 belts now. And it's only a matter of time before he completes the set, in my opinion. If Deontay Wilder keeps running, he might not get that belt for a while, but eventually he's going to have to fight him. He's got Tyson Fury, who he could fight. He's got Vladimir Klitschko in a rematch by the sounds of it, which is the fight I would most like to see. And he's also even got, you know, the likes of Tony Bellew, David Haye, Dillian White, those sorts of guys breathing down all their throats. So real exciting time in heavyweight boxing, in British boxing in general. What a spectacle we've been trekked to tonight. It's been amazing. Brilliant heavyweight fight right out of the top drawer of the highest caliber. Both men putting on an awesome display. Joshua came through in the end there to just show what a beast he is, what a young lion he is, up against the old experienced lion of Vladimir, who's just come out of this with all the respect. He's gained so much fans and admiration from this one because he really did put up an unbelievable performance against, let's face it, a complete young beast in Anthony Joshua. 41 years of age, Klitschko. That's unbelievable, man. You know, I'm not even 30 and I would literally be gassed out and knackered in about 2 seconds, not to mention just completely twatted and unconscious with 10 seconds to the ring with Anthony Joshua. So, fair play to you, Vladimir Klitschko. What a performance. I want to see it again. Let's do a rematch. Everyone here who's currently still in this stream, thank you so much for tuning in. You've been really awesome tonight, just tuning in, and I can see there's a bunch of likes on this video as well, so thank you for doing that. If you haven't done, please do smash another like on this video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed to stick around for upcoming live streams and sporting events and stuff like that. But I'm going to go now and chillax. What a fight that was. After this video's been published, please do come back and get your comments in so I can read them and others can read them and respond to them, because all these comments that you legends are putting on there right now will disappear. But come back afterwards and get your thoughts and comments in below about Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko's performance tonight. Come on, AJ, get in there. English heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Just beating the old legend in Vladimir Klitschko. So make sure you get your thoughts and comments in after this video's been published. Let me know who you think he should fight next. You can also follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. So please go check that out. And until next time, have yourself a freaking good one. And come on, Anthony Joshua. Take it easy.